Good evening, everybody. It's Colleen Cosette here from Nurture Network, and I'm very proud tonight to be joined by Eshaam Mohidien and Kiran Sil. And Eshaam is actually a financial advisor, and he's here to support our matriculants. Let's give him a chance to join us, and let's say a warm Nurture Network Get Fit Nation welcome to Eshaam. Hi, Eshaam. How are you doing?
Hi, good evening to everybody. Hi, Colleen. Nice to see you again. I'm so
Hi,
excited to be
energy.
here. Definitely,
Exciting.
I'm very excited to be here and happy for the opportunity you're offering me. And just to pay forward.
Thank you, Eshaam. And Eshaam, tell us a little bit about you and just what career you are in currently, and how you are going to just share a little bit with our matriculants tonight.
Okay, basically, I'm currently a financial advisor at Liberty, and I've been there since 2018. Prior to that, I was at medical aid for 20 years from 1996 up to 2018. And I had about 9 different positions. So they say if
Wow.
you're in one job, you only have 1 year experience because you've been doing the same thing over and over again. So you actually got 1 year of experience. But I've
Yeah.
actually got 9 years of experience because I have actually had different positions, from a field worker to a marketer, to a regional marketer, to a national marketer, to a sales
Wow.
and communications manager, to a sales manager eventually. So
Wow.
I've been in various positions, and I've got lots of life experience, and I think I can bring something to the table and this platform just to explain what my journey was like. And I'm
Yeah.
excited to share that, and also maybe give some gems of what to do and what not to do, and what
Yes.
helped me in life. Yeah.
So I'm going to chat to you a bit, but I want to introduce a young man that joined us tonight. He's one of the applicants and one of the students on Nurture Network, the WhatsApp group where we support the matriculants. And I actually am so proud of this young man. He had excellent results in both of the terms, and we actually know his dad. Eshaam, both of us know his dad. I'm not sure if he's going to show himself to us because he looks a lot like the dad, man. We want to see it. Hi, Kiran, can you hear us?
Yes, I
Kiran,
can.
can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you, but my connection is a bit
Okay.
bad.
Hi, so welcome, and we're very grateful that you could join us. There are some other students, but we know there's lots of challenges, and our students always try and get on. And there's challenges with data as well. That's why we're recording this session, and we can share it with everybody. So, Eshaam, tell us, where did it all start for you in the financial markets and getting into this career as a part for you?
I think it just basically happened by default.
Oh,
After 20 years of working in a medical aid industry and a healthcare industry and in healthcare insurance, I basically changed my career. And it was by default because I think, I needed some different challenges in my life. And this
Yeah,
brought directly to the financial advisory services at Liberty. I went for the interview. There was lots and lots of assessment. The funny thing is, I'm not a maths person.
really?
I'm not an accounting person. And now, yes, and that's a funny thing. But to be truthful, I had to learn from scratch. So whatever I learned in my life, I had to unlearn and
Yeah,
relearn. And this was at the age of 47 years old. Now you need to do assessments. And when I started with 15 young people, and they taught me the lingo of how they talk. And I thought, okay, I'm
yeah,
not fit. They asked me, what are you doing here? You look so old. Out of that 15 people that was inducted and started at Liberty,
yeah.
a month of thorough induction and training, 15 of them started. And guess how many is left in terms of who qualified and went through the ranks? All of them.
You were the last man standing. That's what I
There
put
we
my money
go.
on,
There
man.
we go. You are absolutely correct. And made me very determined, number one,
Mm.
fully committed. So it's not for everyone, but it is a very lucrative industry. And the first thing people ask you, so what do you earn? You know, what can you earn? And what you can earn as entry level, you enter in maybe 180,000 Rand per annum. But when you become more experienced, you can actually earn 3.6 million Rand. Yes, that's right. 3.6 million
Wow.
per annum. And who don't want to walk away with 300,000? So that is my aim. I'm still very young and wet under the ears. If you look, not in my age, but in terms of my experience, but I'm loving
In
it.
the industry.
I'm building my book. People know Eshaam is in financial advisory, and I ask crucial questions. Basically,
Wow.
we mustn't forget that we're in a pandemic situation right now, and times are very uncertain. So one of the most important things people must remember, and this is why my job is so important. The first thing I ask him, it's not about what commission I can earn. It is about
Yeah.
what they have in place. So one of the things that I asked him, do you have a will? So if you don't have a will, the government decides where your assets must go. And
Yes.
nobody wants that. A will basically speaks to your final wishes. It is a final will and testament. And in
Yes.
terms of that, that is very crucial nowadays. Also, you make it extremely difficult for your loved ones, whoever you leave behind, not to have a will. You now need to prove that you, the spouse, or you, the children, or the heirs to the house or assets, and so forth. So it's very, very important to have that. As you can see, I can talk nonstop because this financial advisory job makes me meet great people. And
You definitely are someone that can express what your thoughts are, and you are well spoken. I want to
thank
actually
you.
hear from young Mr. Searle. Kiran, in what fields of financials of the would you like to go in? Actually, did you think about going into?
Well, I've always. Oh, first, introduce myself. My name's Kieran Searle, and I think what interests me the most is just importing and exporting. That's what
Ah,
really gets me going. I think that should be also and I guess human resources because I like working with people, but importing and exporting is where I like to go. So logistics and that stuff.
that's so
I
cool. And Kiran, I actually had a look on your behalf at some of what the universities say the requirements are. So they say as a minimum, and I've seen your results, and yours are actually way above this. You need to have an average of 50 to 59 for four subjects. That is what they are saying. And I'm talking UWC now and UCT. Then you need to have a recognized national senior certificate, and that is known as your matric that you currently are doing. Now they are actually going to score you, Kiran. Let's say you have a code 7, which would be an 80 to 89. Then for English, if that is your code, then you would have a 13-point score. And if you get that for maths, another 13. And if you get that for life orientation, it's not seen as on the same level as your maths and your English. Therefore, for life orientation, you would get a score of 3. But for any other subject, you will get under 10, like 8, 7. At the end, the university would like you to score maybe a 30, or they would give you a minimum score. But I saw your report, and Kiran, you're working very, very hard. What's keeping you going, Kiran?
I guess it's just the future and how you can make it into anything you want to as long as you have a will. Like as Sham said, you can get there. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Wow.
And
definitely.
also I have to
Look
speak
at
to
this
my
young man,
I
eh?
was
parents
talking about
and
the
my
final. I
uncle.
was talking about the final testament, but you talking about the willpower. I think that's more
Yes,
important as well. I agree.
that's more important because it makes you
Mm,
overcome anything that's out there, anything in your way. But I'm now
correct.
just thinking, if that was Kiran's dad that had to answer that question, how do you keep going? His dad would say, you know what, Colleen, I was born with it.
No, he's very confident.
That
I
will
know your
be
dad.
Kiran's dad.
I played soccer with your dad, so
But
I would
Bradley
I
Saul.
know. Yeah, very confident. Overconfident, yes, but it's good to be that way.
I think he has a good heart, man. He has a good heart.
Absolutely, absolutely,
I'm glad
absolutely.
to see that Kiran has some of that, and because that will stand him in good stead in the career that he wants to go into. So, tell me, what advice would you have for students like Kiran that wants to go, and especially into the import exports, for example, if you can give us any feedback about that, Eshaam?
Okay, Kiran, basically the world's your oyster if you're looking at financial e-commerce, or you're looking at accounting, or you're looking at business or law, or you're looking at banking or anything to that extent. You can go anywhere you want. But in terms being more specific, you want to go into logistics. And
Mm.
the two things that speak to what you want, I think, and you I stand to be corrected, is really supply chain management. That is a very important.
Oh.
And here you can go into business sciences. You can basically go into actuarial sciences as well, and uh, basically get yourself an honors degree, etc. So the world is your oyster, but it's very important at this juncture in Matric to have your career path carved out. Look at things like, for example, logistics, where you live and how you must travel, number one. Look at cost. Don't just rely on parents. Look at the cost and fees and books and all of those things. Look at the years that you're going to study, and also what do you want to become at the end of the day. So if you do BCom or business science, you want to actually become a actuarial, then you must be able to tick that box now already to say, I'm going to
Mm.
become an actuarial, or I'm going to
Yeah.
be a manager, or I'm going into HR, or I'm going into the law of supply management or accounting or other. You can even go into banking. There's different
Yeah.
fields, economics. I've got the list here on my side. I'm looking here because I don't rely on memory. At my age, you can't do that. You're going to cut yourself short. And then, of course, there's health management as well. So the world is your oyster. And even with also with project management, I think you sound like you want to do all of those things as well. And when you do apply for jobs, it's there's now not only one stream, once you qualify, and that is what you need to do. Also look, it's a good exercise to look in a newspaper and see what jobs are available. You don't want to end up in a career where there isn't a need for that particular career type of thing. And Kiran, the one last thing that I want to say, I'm not going to be very long. I know our time is limited. Make sure you know that the job that you're going has a future, because things are changing very fast. For
Yes.
example, we don't shop anymore. Just to give you a small example, we don't go need to go to shop. We phone take a lot drops it by us. You know, anything online. So think about those things. How is supply management going to work in the future? Would they need a physical person sitting there, or is it going to be online where you sit behind the computer all day and just basically um, punching numbers to say, okay, this goes off here, this came in, etc. So that's the future right now. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't things are very uncertain, but you need to think futuristic. Don't think short term.
Kiran,
Yeah.
do you have any questions other than that for Eshaam that you actually wanted to ask someone that works in finance?
Um, not no, not really. I've just
Mm.
because I've been thinking a lot about it, so no, I don't really have any questions, not yet at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for Kiran, he is actually at a position now where he can almost like settle into his matric year and work on improving his results and getting the top results at the end of the year. For others, it might have been a rough start and they have to catch up. So I think that's very important. What was your subject, Eshaam, that you took in matric?
Look, in matric, I did accounting. I did
Mm.
that. I did geography, I did history. That was my majors on university as well. English and Afrikaans, and those are the subjects that I really did. It was my
Yeah.
majors that I did. Yeah,
In
I
our
must have.
day, in our day, we didn't need maths to go to university. You
That's
could
correct.
actually drop it. You could
Yeah,
actually drop
yes,
it. Grade
yeah,
10, grade 11. You could,
yeah. But
and the university, and it's very different today
yeah, it's
for this cohort that must go in, and they really have it a tough time. And
yeah,
for the university students that went in 2020, they are now in second year. They've never seen a lecturer. They've been
yeah, yeah.
online for 2 years.
Yeah, that's why I say things are, I don't like the term new normal. I think this is a future,
This
it's
is the
futuristic.
future.
There's a future. I mean, the thing is this, I need to see people face to face because you're not
Yes.
going to invest. If you have 2 million rand or 5 or 10 million, you're not going to invest it in somebody that you see virtually. You want to
Yeah.
see that person. You want to, the
Face
touch,
to
the
face. Yes.
how that person
Yeah.
looks, how he carries himself. That's very important. But
Yeah.
Kieran, I think you're welcome to. If you any questions come to mind, you're welcome to forward it to me. I'll be very happy to assist you. If I
Thank
can leave
you.
something, I know our time is short, but if I can leave you with something very important, there's something that makes me thrive, and that I've
Mm.
learned from my mentors. And I've applied it, and I became very successful in what I do, and that's why I'm passionate about. The first thing is called PICC. The first one is propriety. I must just say that word properly.
Propriety.
Propriety. Propriety is the way you dress, how you conduct yourself, how you carry yourself. So you can see I'm in an interview here. I could have taken off my tie, I could have taken off my suit, etc. But because I'm taking this very seriously, I dressed up, I am showing up, I'm here, I'm present, my energy is here. You can see my passion. Other one is your intent. What is your intent when you do something? Your intention must be purely, I want to be successful. I want to go study. I want to do my best at all times. Commonality is also very important. Try always to, when you relate to people, if you're a people's person, always try to see what the commonality. Oh, okay. For example, oh, I see you like Liverpool or you like Man United. Try to establish that rapport with people. Because in my industry, if you're not a people's person, you'll never survive. People see right through you, you know you need to have that likability or that X factor, so to speak. And the last one is competence. I can't come here and speak to you about financial services, and I can tell you with confidence, I know 95% more than you about insurance. And that is why you need a financial advisor. If you don't have a financial advisor, you should make a plan. Otherwise, you're going to retire and you won't be able to retire because you haven't planned for, you haven't sat in front of a financial advisor, and you're never too young. Kieran can start. I want to save for my studies. I want to work part time. I have some money that I can put away. Where do I need to put it? In a tax free savings? What do I need to put it in a unit trust? What is a unit trust? So yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
Wow.
You can see. And Kieran,
Kiran,
it's your oyster. And
the world
congratulations
is
with what you
yours.
have achieved so far. And I know you're going to shoot out the lights. I really know that.
That's
Thank,
amazing. Isham, I
thank you.
really think that you have so much to offer our listeners, and I'm definitely going to stay in touch with you because I would like you to do a segment on wills and I would like you to do a segment on investment. I really think there's people who definitely need to hear this information. What I'm
Definitely.
taking away from this is the PICC, the
Mm,
propriety is your conduct, the
mm,
intent is that you must be pure in what you do. Your commonality is that you must be a people's person and you must know me, no? No?
there we
And
go.
then
There we
your
go.
competence. So
Yes.
A5, A5, I know Kiran and his
I
dad is watching there.
haven't done an
They're
EFI
watching.
for a long time.
So thank you to our viewers. And we are going to share this on all our platforms and share this with your network as well as Kiran and his dad. And I really think we are going to take this forward. I would also like you to consider to be part of our business roundup on a Friday, Eshaam, where we are going to present business concepts and ideas, and you could have an opportunity to speak to our viewers on all our platforms if you're interested.
For me, any opportunity will be great. I feel like I said, I like paying forward. And at the end of the day, if there's 10 people and I get through to one, that's success. That is how what I feel is success. I never give up, and I always basically succeed because I have that attitude. You know, your attitude will determine your altitude.
That's what we say. That's exactly. Kiran and Eshaam, have a brilliant evening. Thank you to all the viewers, and we will check in very soon with Eshaam again, because I really think there's a need for all of us, especially in this difficult time, to be savvy and to know how to manage our finances and as we go forward.
Correct.
Have a good evening, Nurture
Thank you.
Network.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite. Okay.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank you.
Kiran.
Bye, Kiran.
Very informative. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome.
Thank you.